Hey guys, it's Kevin, and it is time for a new Photoshop tutorial slash walkthrough. A lot of people asked about this image. I just wanted to show you my process for editing this picture. The first thing I do, as I always do, is I do a nice little sketch or a rough draft. I'm using a hard brush and just drawing out all of these little smoke elements here where I kind of want them to go. But not adding any detail to them. Just trying to figure out composition and where I want these to go. Now once I have everything in the spot that I want, I can go ahead and start editing this image, and just a little bit of dodging and burning to start off with. And then once I have that set, I'm going to use a cloud brush and start drawing each one of these little smoke elements one by one. So like I said, it's just a cloud brush, got it off the internet. This is going to add a lot of texture to these smoke and darkness elements here. Starting large at the edge and then moving closer to the model, the smoke gets thinner and smaller. But it's really fun to use cloud brushes and paint these shapes. Really make it have some character, make it look like it's an actual smoke or dust or whatever coming in. After I've got them all painted, I want to use some lighter colors. This is the same cloud brush, but I'm using lighter colors like grays and light blues and light pinks. And all I'm doing is I am painting the highlights on the edges of these smoke elements coming down. So the Bible is going to have a lot of light coming off of it, therefore it's going to create highlights on the smoke, and so pretty much the direction of the Bible is where I'm going to paint all of these highlights. Just going in and spending quite a bit of time here. This is where I spent most of my time, is drawing these little details in. But I want the highlights to face the direction of the light source, which is the open Bible, so you can see on the edges of the smoke and going across our eyes. All of that's going to be a little bit lighter, and as it goes away from the Bible, it's going to be a little bit darker. And this is just really just adding highlights and shadows. It gives a lot of depth to those elements. I've got some darkness going around her arm. I thought that would be a pretty neat little detail there, that it's going around her arm trying to stop her from getting to the light. So again, those have highlights on those as well. But a lot of time was spent just drawing the highlights and the shadows on these darkness elements. And then once I get to that point, then I can do some more fine detail editing on this image. So a lot more dodging and burning, and just getting it the way that I like it. And then after I've got the smoke elements the way I want them, I can add some more highlights because of this bright Bible that's going to be coming out and shining. This is going to be a really a picture that's got a lot of contrast, a lot of bright spots, a lot of dark spots. So I've got some stars brushes, some galaxy and nebula brushes that I'm using to add to the darkness, and these are very colorful. Ways to add highlights is just using the color dodge blend mode, and I've got all different colors here. I've got orange on one of them, and I've got blue and purple and green and all kinds of different colors going. But you don't have to do that. You could do the same color on each one, and that could be pretty neat too. But I thought it'd be interesting to play with different colors, have a very colorful image, give each one of these smoke elements their own personality and some different characteristics when they're coming down into the light. Then again, just go and painting some more highlights and more details on these elements. After I've got everything where I want it to go, then I can really just go in and fine tune it and do the smudge tool and paint a little bit more details here and there. I'm also going to add some light rays that are going to come out of the Bible and just show just how strong that light is, and it's just going to go from the Bible and go off to the right side, and then it's going to hide behind some of that smoke, and that really just makes it pop a little bit more by having those light rays go. But after this, I'm just going to do a lot of color grading. I'm going to change a lot of the colors to blue and orange and just experiment with that. There's a lot of different directions you can go for pictures like this. You can do the original colors that you selected, or you could do like a two-color setup like this where it's blue and orange. Really lots of directions that you can go in. And so it's really up to the artist to determine what you think looks best for this image. But I've got a lot of blue and orange here, and that's going to be the final image that pops up in a second. And I really had a good time with this one, and I really wanted to show the power of the light coming out of the Bible, and then the darkness is just coming in and trying to stop this model from reading it, from holding it. And I really had a good time with this image. It took about 3 hours from start to finish to paint it. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. That is the image that I created. I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough and seeing my process. It's essentially just using some cloud brushes, some star brushes, some nebula brushes, and then just getting those colors right. But I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and I'll try to do more of them in the future. Until then, guys, I hope that you have a great day.